Dear students, welcome to lecture 6 part 1 of computer graphics. In this lecture we will discuss shading in detail and also take a recap look on Phong and Leberson light model which play important role during the shading, and also discuss texture realism very comprehensively. So let's start. As we already discussed that shading is the result of illumination effect within the images, and shading can be implemented with the help of polygon. So what is illumination model? Determine the color of a surface data point by simulating some light attributes. यानी कि जब लाइट पड़ती है सरफेस पर तो कलर किस अंदाज से उस लाइट पर नज़र आते हैं. Next is local illumination model deals with only isolated surface data point and directly light sources. This is a point based or pixel based illumination model. Next is global illumination model takes into account the relationships between all surfaces points in the environment. This is the image based illumination model which reflects that how illumination is spreaded all over the image. So on the basis of the above three models, that is illumination model and its type local illumination model and global illumination model, we can describe shading model. So what is shading model? It applies the illumination models at a set of points and colors the whole scene. In the same manners as shading model changes the appearance of the whole scene, the texture mapping also does it. Texture mapping remaps and averages any value above diffuse from a 2D picture or map. Texture or realism will be discussed in part 2 of this lecture in detail. Shading polyhedra or polyhedron. Polyhedron reflects a solid figure with many plane faces, typically more than 6. This we have already discussed in the previous lecture, which shows the use of polygon. So with the help of polygon we can apply shading to any object. You can view on the slide flat facet shading. Works well for object really made of flat faces. Appearance depends on the number of polygons for curved surface objects. If polyhedral model is an approximation, then need to smooth. This shading is suitable for flat surfaces, however also suitable for curved surfaces as well, but the shading appearance depends on number of polygons. If you will see the figure on the right side, the object surface is represented in the form of polyhedra, and each polyhedra on the object is playing a significant role to reflect the shading on the object. Here we will discuss about certain characteristics of shading. Number 1 is constant shading. Compute illumination at one end of the primitive example surface and apply it for the whole primitive. So here need to be understand what is primitive. In graphics, primitives are basic elements such as lines, curves and polygons which you can combine to create more complex graphical images. तो आसानी के लिए इसका मतलब ये है कि किसी लाइन, कर्व या पॉलीगॉन के किसी एक पॉइंट की इल्यूमिनेशन कैलकुलेट करके उसको पूरे प्रिमिटिव पे अप्लाई करें ताकि शेडिंग कांस्टेंट नज़र आए. सो फाइनली वी कैन से constant shading is a fast and straightforward method for rendering an object with polygon surfaces in constant intensity shading, also called flat shading. In this method, a single intensity is calculated for each polygon. All points over the surface of the polygon are then displayed with the same intensity value to represent the constant shading effect. Number 2 is interpolated shading. It means compute illumination at borders, example vertices of the primitive, and interpolate the color. Interpolate means insert something of a different nature into something else. So in interpolated shading, we compute illumination at borders and that illumination is inserted into the image color to create an effect of interpolated shading. Finally, we have accurate shading, which is computed illumination at every point of the primitive. This type of shading is very complex and tedious, as we have to compute each and every pixel or point of the primitive, which takes lot of time and computation. However, this type of shading put a pleasant effect on the image. Here in this slide, a problem related to flat shading or constant shading is discussed. The problem arises because of discontinuity of the normal vectors during the flat shading process. As you can see in the figure, two surfaces are shown with normal vectors n1 and 2, which does not generate an illusion of smooth curved surfaces. This could be a genuine problem during the flat shading. The problem of discontinuity of normal vector in flat shading is resolved by taking the average, the normal of all neighboring polygons. So this type of shading is Gouraud shading. As you see in the figure, we have three normal vectors, first n1 and then n2 on different surfaces of the polygon, and in the middle we have n normal vector, which is an average vector of n1 and n2. After that, interpolation process is applied to generate Gouraud shading in the image. Here you are viewing an example on the slide. An object is represented after applying flat shading and Gouraud shading. At the left side of the figure, flat shading is representing on the object. You can observe that the shading is not smooth on the polygons. This is because of discontinuities of normal vectors on different surfaces. Whereas on the right side of the figure, you are viewing Gouraud shading. Here you observe smooth shading effect on the object because of averaging of neighboring normal vectors taken from different polygon surfaces. So shading is smooth in Gouraud shading technique, which reflects pleasant effect on the object. Now we will discuss about Phong shading. So as we have learned that Gouraud shading put smooth shading effect on the object, but there is also a problem with Gouraud shading when it deals with shiny object, or it cannot work properly with specular lights. So to counter the problem, we adopt Phong shading. So the process of Phong shading is mentioned on the screen. There are three steps. Number one, compute averaged normal at vertices Gouraud. Number two, interpolate normal along edges and scan lines. Number three, apply illumination model at every pixel. It means the process required Gouraud shading image. Then we can apply Phong shading process on that image in order to handle specular light. As you see in the figure, left side two triangles are shown. These triangles are generated from Gouraud shading, and at the right side of the figure only triangle is shown, which is a resultant triangle after Phong shading. Here the whole process is represented, that how Gouraud shading is converted using the Phong shading process to handle the specular light on the shiny objects. Here is the recap of Lambertian lightning model based on diffuse reflection. Dear student, I have already discussed these model in my last lecture in detail. So as a recap, you can see it on a slide. The greater the angle between the normal and the vector from the point to the light source, the less light is reflected. Most light is reflected when the angle is 0 degrees. None is reflected at 90 degrees. The written sentence is, and the given conditions are, demonstrated very effectively on the figure shown on the slide. For Phong lighting model based on specular reflection, certain characteristics are mentioned on the slide. As we have already discussed the Phong lighting model in detail in our last lecture. However, these certain characteristics may helpful to make the understanding more appropriate in relation to Phong lighting model. Number 1. Maximum specular reflectance occur when the viewpoint is along the path of the perfectly reflected ray when alpha is 0. Number 2. Specular reflectance falls off quickly as alpha increases. Number 3. Fall off approximated by cos raised to power n alpha. N varies from 1 to several hundreds depending on the material being modeled. Number 4. One provided broad gentle fall off. However, higher values simulate sharp focused highlight. And number 5, for perfect reflector n would be infinite. Although all this is already have been discussed in the previous lecture, but as a recap it is important for you once again. The demonstration of Phong lighting model is shown on the figure at the left side of the slide. Finally, dear student, in this lecture, different types of shading and the problem related to these shadings and their solutions. Also, we have recapped Limburtian and Phong lighting model as well. In the next lecture, we will discuss texture or realism.